Hello and welcome. We are members of the Digital Watauga Project, a small digital archive repository aimed at preserving the history of our rural Appalachian community in Boone, North Carolina. The poster we are presenting is based on a crowdsourcing campaign we initiated in late spring of 2020. Fundraising has hit small nonprofits particularly hard since the pandemic began. One study we found indicated that approximately 93% of organizations reported being negatively impacted. Our organization wasn't exempt from this when our team pivoted to remote work in March. It meant suspending the digitizing of our collections, impacting our user engagement on social media platforms where we publicize new material. Much of the funding for Digital Watauga comes from a membership drive that typically takes place in June of each year. In the face of remote operations, we had to ask ourselves, how can we fundraise remotely? Luckily, a recent series had been processed consisting of an abundance of unidentified people and places. This series was a project by late local photographer Palmer Blair titled Workers of Boone. The focus was on local residents working in various offices, department stores, service stations, and restaurants in the early 1950s. Using our Facebook page, we created an album of 50 images from the series and solicited help from the community in identifying the people and places pictured. With just under 400 images in the series and 50 new ones being posted each week, the campaign lasted 8 weeks, from April to June. Once the community members made the identifications, we verified the information and updated the descriptions. Our hope was to at least maintain project visibility and engagement, and hopefully lead to minimal impact on the annual membership drive to sustain us through the unknown time ahead.
What we found was a community eager to participate. As you can see in the infographic at the center of the poster, our Facebook reach increased by 29% and engagement increased by 106%. Those statistics are based on organic likes, comments, shares, and clicks. None of the posts were paid boosts. Every week, the community reacted enthusiastically to the posts. One of our favorite parts of this campaign were the numerous comments. We found many adult children had shared the images with their parents, who then shared their memories with us. 2 of the comments included in our poster were especially poignant given the time that we were living in. Financially, the campaign proved successful. When comparing 2019 membership revenue to 2020 membership revenue, we found a 78% increase in monetary support for the project. We should also mention that other areas such as large donations from other organizations, book sales, and reproduction costs did not increase. They in fact decreased. However, the percent difference in general donations was what we felt to be minimal, given the circumstances facing nonprofit organizations. Additional factors should be taken into consideration when comparing revenue. For example, 2 grants that were given in 2019 for special projects weren't renewed in 2020. If yearly revenue is calculated based on user donations, our project actually saw a 23% increase from 2019 to 2020. We speculate that this increase could be due in part to this project. We theorize that this type of crowdsourcing for information could be replicated for other archival projects to assist with metadata accuracy. Tapping into the community's collective knowledge is mutually beneficial, as we have shown here.
In unfamiliar times, people gravitate toward the familiar. This, coupled with the limitations of activities during the initial shutdown, resulted in high engagement. We were happy to play a role in providing entertainment to our community during a stressful time. This crowdsourcing project proved not just useful for strengthening our metadata, but also provided fun for our user base. By fostering a community that is invested in this project, we hope to see a steady increase in membership and donations that can help sustain our project long term. Based on the clear success of this project, we think it's possible that we can continue to use the means of crowdsourcing as a way to collect valuable information for our items, while also providing entertainment for our user base. We hope to continue to offer opportunities for our users to interact, either on social media again or through our website. We are also brainstorming ways to implement crowdsourcing to include people who may not have access to the internet. Our project wouldn't exist without partnerships with the Watauga County Historical Society and the Watauga County Public Library. We are grateful for their support of the Digital Watauga Project, where we all work. Additionally, the images for this collection were provided by the family of Palmer Blair, who have been essential supporters of the Digital Watauga Project and the preservation of this important part of our community's history.